Breaking news. I just got this from ESPN. I'm just going to read out this excerpt. The Toronto Raptors' Jontay Porter has been banned from the league after an investigation revealed he had disclosed confidential information to bettors, limited his participation in at least one game while he was with Raptors, and bet on NBA games while playing in the G League. Here's a statement that NBA Commissioner Adam Silver issued. There's nothing more important than protecting the integrity of NBA competition for our fans, our teams, and everyone associated with our sport, which is why Jontay Porter's blatant violations of our game's ruling are being met with the most severe punishment, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said while announcing the ban. So this was predictable, I felt. I remember making a video about Jontay like a few weeks ago, and I said in that video I really did believe he did do this because in one of the bets there was a betting line of him to finish under a certain amount of points and rebounds, and it was really low. I think he had to finish below 4 points and like 3 rebounds or something like that. It was just something very low. And there was this one person who bet, I think, around $40,000 or $50,000 on him making the under, which is very strange because who would openly bet for a scrub like Jontay Porter to be that under those numbers? That to me is a very risky bet. And to put that much money on it, I think that is what tipped the league and alerted gambling officials on whether or not something suspicious was going on. And they looked into that. Obviously, he got busted for this. So also, for those of you who don't know, Jontay is the younger brother of Denver Nuggets Michael Porter Jr. This could have some implications on Michael Porter Jr., not so much on the legal sense, but on his psyche mentally, on how well he could perform during the playoffs. They might get to him. You hope if you're a Nuggets fan, it doesn't affect his play, but that's always a possibility. You never know how these people handle these family situations, especially his relationship with his younger brother. I think both of them were close because there was a website in which they were both business partners. So I would assume because of that, they would be close. I'm sure it's probably eating him up right now. But his brother did something that was dirty and disgusting. He cheated the game, literally cheated the game. He has no integrity. This guy was trying to enrich his pockets. Obviously, he was not on the same level as his brother as an NBA player, but I think I remember checking on Basketball Reference to see how much this guy made career-wise, and it was a decent amount. I think it might have been $1 million or $2 million. Granted, after taxes, you only have half of it left if you factor in that, but even with half of that money left, it's still pretty good. If you make the right investments, you're going to be, set for life or put in a very stable starting point to do some great things. This guy made over $2,397,933. I just looked it up on Basketball Reference. So this is pretty good money for a very young person. If you save this money, you make the right investments, you're in an awesome situation. You're in a very stable position financially in life. And apparently it wasn't good enough for him, the money he had already made. And possibly he could have gotten 1 or 2 more NBA contracts for another year or 2 or a few years, depending on whether or not he's a good locker room guy. That stuff also helps when it comes to extending an NBA career and to save some more money. But this guy was really greedy. That's what it shows to me. This guy is a very selfish person, selfish human being that thought he was bigger than the game and was just super greedy when he's already gotten a good amount of money at a young age, which is an extreme amount of money because very few people will reach that amount even in their lifetime, and he got it already in his early 20s. So this guy is definitely spoiled, and he deserves what he gets. He should be banned forever from the league because you guys that have proceeded to deter other guys from participating in this type of stuff. You need the game to be as clean as it can be. Granted, I've always felt the NBA has corrupt officials, but now if the players get involved in gambling, you take it to another level. And I think, unfortunately, this won't be the end of it. There will be some other guys who will do stuff like what Jontay did. And I think luckily for fans, this only impacted regular season games. It had no bearing on the playoffs, but who's to say someone won't try to attempt this during the playoffs in the future? Or maybe even this current playoff run. You hope it doesn't happen, but it's always possible.